On this episode of YaEat, we'll be making lobster arugula with a pink cream sauce and spaghetti.
Spend some time with your family and watch this recipe, and make sure you watch to the end.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 33 of YaEat. As usual, I am really excited to have you here, and I appreciate all your support. Today I'm going to be making one of my favorite dishes. It's a lobster dish. It's a lobster with a cream sauce, with a pink cream sauce. It's a light sauce. Well, cream is never light, but it's a light cream sauce with lobster, and we're going to serve it over spaghetti. And it's really simple, really delicious. And I asked my daughter what she wanted today, and that's what she told me, and I love it, so we're going to make that today. So this week I'm getting my second vaccine, so I booked a trip to go visit my mom down in Florida. I haven't seen in over a year, and I'm going to try to convince her to appear on the show with me in an upcoming episode. So I'm really excited about getting my shot, visiting my mom, cooking today's recipe, and having my mom on a future episode. Are you ready to make some lobster? I'm ready to make some lobster. Here we go.
Print this and all of our recipes on YaEat.tv. Let's start by putting the water on for the pasta. I have 1 pound of cooked frozen lobster, and I'm going to add a half a cup of lobster stock to it as it defrosts. If you cannot locate lobster base to make a stock, you can use clam base or clam juice. Now the lobster that I use today is pre-cooked and frozen, and mostly claws. You can use lobster tails, but you have to cook them through. Okay, so we chopped up some garlic and some shallot, and we added to the saute pan with some extra virgin olive oil. Let's lightly brown them, and then we'll add the crushed tomatoes. This is very similar to making a marinara sauce, although I don't usually put shallot. I'll add some fresh basil and some fresh parsley, and we'll add some salt and pepper, and we'll cook that for about 15 minutes. Once it reduces down a little bit, we're going to add the butter and the cream. Because you're probably adding cold cream to a very hot sauce, you want to slowly temper it in. It brings the temperature down, because at this stage, if your cream curdles, you have to throw everything in the garbage. A good tip is leave the cream on the counter for about a half hour before you use it. So let's just incorporate the cream well with the tomatoes. Now these lobster claws were beautiful and very large. I just broke them down into manageable sized pieces with my hand. Because the lobster is already cooked, we only need to cook this in the sauce for about 5 minutes. Now we're going to add that lobster stock, and if you can't find the stock again, this dish will still be delicious if you omit it. Okay, now is a good time to add our pasta, and we will cook the lobster on a low simmer until your spaghetti is cooked al dente, about 7 to 9 minutes. At the very end, I added a little fresh parsley. If you're watching this on Facebook, don't forget to follow us so you don't miss any of our recipes. Oh, that smells and looks so good. You want to keep an eye on your pasta. You want to make sure it's al dente and not overcooked. And this is ready to go. So I put some of the hot spaghetti in a bowl, and I'm just going to add some sauce and some lobster. We're going to add a little Pecorino Romano cheese. You know, the old rule was never mix cheese with fish, but you know what? We make our own rules. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I loosely chopped up the arugula. Now when it comes to the arugula, not everyone is a fan, so you can leave it out. You can mix it in the bowl with the pasta, or you could do what I did and sprinkle it on top. So I just added the pasta to the plate here, and we'll just add a little more sauce and a little more lobster on top. And we'll top it off with some fresh arugula. And we're done. Oh, that looks so delicious. Lobster arugula pink cream sauce with spaghetti. You eat? You want to eat? Make this recipe. It's delicious.
Okay, so we're all done. There's our lobster and our creamy pink sauce with spaghetti. It was pretty simple, right? And it's really delicious. You can put the arugula, or you can leave the arugula out. I like the arugula. My daughter will not eat that. This is so good. This lobster claw must have came from a giant lobster because it was huge. Well, it's kind of hard to put that down, but I'll finish that, believe me. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate all your support. Again, we'll be back next Wednesday with a new recipe. If you have any suggestions, please comment, engage. Let me know what you want me to cook. Or if there's any recipes you'd like to learn. Don't forget to tune into our Godfather compilation, which is a compilation of all the shorts that we did about the Godfather in our last 16 episodes. And let me know what you think. Anyway, we'll see you next week.
What's going on? I'm coming, Pop. I'm coming. How do you work this thing?
Hola. Holy! Come on. Music, please.
Ah, you look terrific on the floor.
What are you, a dance judge or something? What do you got to do it? Go take a walk around the neighborhood. Do your job. Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
Tom, can you get me off the hook? For old time's sake.
Can't do it, Sally.
Rocco, what's this?
It's an orange from Miami.
Why don't you take care of Johnny's men? They look like they might be hungry.
Just tell him he should ask me anything else. But this is one favor I can't give him.
Well, he never asked a second favor when he's been refused the first. Understood?
You don't understand. Johnny Fontaine never gets that movie.
Don Bassini, I want to thank you for helping me organize this meeting here today. And, Brooklyn, we're quits.
We're all grateful to Don Corleone for calling this meeting. We all know him as a man of his word.
Even the police departments that have helped us in the past with gambling and other things are going to refuse to help us when it comes to narcotics.
Give me orange. Tastes good.
Michael Francis Rizzi, do you renounce Satan?
I do renounce him. I do renounce them.
And all his pomps?
I do renounce them.
Michael Rizzi, will you be baptized?
I
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Michael Rizzi, go in peace, and may the Lord be with you. Amen.
Here's an offer you shouldn't refuse. Subscribe to this channel.